I'm saying is, the longer we sit here, the more time they have to shore up their defenses. We should hit them sooner rather than later.
We barely have the manpower to keep the Citadel fortified. We've been over this before, Sarah.
So we just wait until they decide we're next on the list? If the Pride goes in now, we might have a chance.
And if you fail, then what? The risk is not worth the reward.
I agree. Without the Gek, the Purifier is useless to the Enclave anyway. They may give up before long.
I don't like it.
You don't have to like it, Sarah. You just have to follow orders.
Yes, Father.
So, you're back. We had feared both you and the Gek were lost. Were you successful? Excellent. With that, we hold the key to keeping the Enclave from controlling the Purifier. What do you mean? Explain yourself. Then we must go at once. If you have any other information, tell me now before we mobilize. Any help you can give might save lives. Well, that gives us a little more time. But how long do we have before they figure it out? This makes this situation far more dire.
If the Enclave has the Gek, there's nothing stopping them from starting the Purifier. They'll figure out the code eventually.
I'm afraid you're right. We need to act now while we can.
Send the Pride in. We can do it. We can win this.
All right, Sarah. The Pride goes in. But I want them to have some extra firepower. Rothschild, is it ready?
What? No, I mean, Lee and I have solved the power problems, but we've only barely finished diagnostic tests.
So?
It's not ready for field tests, let alone live fire situations. The weapons haven't been calibrated, the navigation detection system is offline.
Rothschild, enough. Can you make it work?
Honestly, I don't know. I think we can scrape by, and I suppose if we can't, it won't matter in the long run anyway.
Then it's decided. Sarah, you take the Pride and use the robot as support. Take our friend here and secure that Purifier.
Yes, sir. Before we get started, I wanted to let you know that my father and I have been talking. The Pride and I have decided that after all you've survived, you've done enough to be an honorary member of Lion's Pride. So congratulations. Membership comes with some privileges, including our power armor. You want the full suit or the recon armor? Sure thing. Hopefully, it'll give you a bit of an extra edge. Okay. So do you think you can hold it together for this? Now that's what I like to hear, soldier. You all packed? We're not coming back here anytime soon. Okay, don't be nervous. You'll have the whole Pride backing you up, not to mention this giant tin can. Just stay safe until we reach the Purifier. You're no good to us if you're dead. And don't let that thing step on you. Okay, we're going to go over it one more time. The Pride is on me. The goal is Project Purity, but we can't get into the facility with those energy fields up. Rothschild and Lee say this robot should be able to take down the energy fields. So we're on fire support. We stay close to the thing, keep it clear, and get it to where it needs to go. Once the fields are down, we head straight for the facility. We'll use the robot to keep them occupied while we get inside and secure the control room. We need to move quickly before we lose the chance to surprise them. Get whatever supplies you don't already have, and we'll meet in the Bailey. When we're done with this, everyone can have a nice cold glass of water on me. Let's move. All right, Rothschild, fire it up. Pride, move out!
Liberty Pride is online. All systems nominal. Weapons hot. Mission: the destruction of any and all Chinese communists. supplemented by photonic resonance barrier. Probability of mission hindrance 0%. Alaska's liberation is imminent.
Need something further?
Look, if we make it to the purifier, we can chat then. Now it's not
Engaging
exactly a good
Chinese
time.
invader. Communism is a lie. Initiating Directive 7395. Destroy. Anchorage will be liberated. Democracy will never be defeated. Communism is a temporary setback on the road to freedom.
To arms, brothers, to arms!
Communism is a lie. Communist engaged. Alaska's liberation is imminent. Never fall to communist invasion. Communist Democracy is not non-negotiable. Significant obstruction detected. Composition: titanium alloy supplemented by enhanced photonic. Anchorage will be liberated.
Look, if we make it to the purifier, we can chat then. Now's not exactly a good time. Concentrate your fire. Fire and maneuver. Concentrate your fire.
Engaging. Turning fire. Help me. I'm hit.
Watch your face.
Force authorized.
Come on, fire on that target now.
I'm hit.
Fire and maneuver. Concentrate your fire.
You again. I can't say I'm surprised. You and your ilk seem hell-bent on destroying everything our government has worked to achieve. There's nothing to stop me from killing you this time. Let's end this. I beg to differ. The Enclave is at the height of its power. Once this facility is operational, the masses will flock to the Enclave for fresh water, protection, and a plan for the future. You're in over your head, and no amount of talking is going to get you out of it. Once you're dead, we'll finish off this pathetic brotherhood and become the true saviors of the Wasteland. This ends now.
Fire and maneuver.
Don't let them get
That takes care of that. By now, the Pride should be mopping up whatever opposition is left outside. Let's get this room secured.
Hello? Hello? Is anyone there? It's Dr. Lee.
It's
Something's
Sarah
wrong with the
Lyons. I'm
purifier.
in the control room.
Please,
We're both
someone
here. What's
answer.
going on?
I've been monitoring the equipment remotely, and we have a serious problem. The facility has been damaged during the fighting. Some of it looks accidental, some of it may have been sabotage. There's pressure building up in the holding tanks. It needs to be released now, or else the whole facility could explode. To release the pressure, you're going to have to turn the purifier on. Do you understand me? It has to be turned on now. If I'm reading this right, I'm afraid there are lethal levels of radiation inside the chamber. I'm sorry. I wish there was some other way, but there's just no time. It has to be done now, or the damage will be catastrophic.
Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have to go in there and turn the damn thing on. And whoever does it isn't coming back out. Not exactly how I imagined going out, you know? So, what should we do? Draw straws? You're going to have to be quick about it. If the radiation is bad enough, you won't have much time. I won't forget what you've done here. No one will. Thank you. Well, so much for celebrating. One of us is going to have... Not... I wish that were true. Really, I do. But you heard Dr. Lee. One of us... So that's how it is? So much for chivalry. Fine, I'll do it. But I need the code. Okay, I got it. I guess if this doesn't work, we're screwed anyway, right? Good luck? That's it? Fine, thanks. Now, let's get this over with.
If you're still there, the purifier needs to be activated now. You don't have much time left.
And so it was that the lone wanderer ventured forth from Vault 101, intent on discovering the fate of a father who had once sacrificed the future of humanity for that of his only child. The capital Wasteland proved a cruel, inhospitable place, but the lone wanderer refused to surrender to the vices that had claimed so many others. The values passed on from father to child: selflessness, compassion, honor, guided this noble soul through countless trials and triumphs. It was not until the end of this long road that the lone wanderer was faced with that greatest of virtues: sacrifice. But the child refused to follow the father's selfless example, instead allowing a true hero to venture into the irradiated control chamber of Project Purity and sacrifice her own life for the greater good of mankind. Thankfully, when selected by the sinister president to be his instrument of annihilation, the Wanderer refused. Humanity, with all its flaws, was deemed worthy of preservation. The waters of life flowed at last, free and pure for any and all. The capital Wasteland, at long last, was saved. So ends the story of the Lone Wanderer, who stepped through the great door of Vault 101 and into the annals of legend. But the tale of humanity will never come to a close, for the struggle of survival is a war without end. And war never changes.
The Enclave is retreating. We have a location that isn't going to help at all. We have enough.
You mean comatose? After all this, to be left in a state like that? Easy now. Take it slow. Don't move too quickly. It's all right. You're in the Citadel now. Relax. I was starting to think you might never wake up, despite assurances to the contrary. It's good to see you on your feet again. It's all right. I understand. I have no doubt she refused to allow you to put yourself in harm's way. We all owe her a great debt, and I could not be prouder. It's all right, you're safe now. You're in the Citadel. There was an explosion as the purifier started. You were knocked unconscious and brought here to the infirmary. We've been watching over you for days. I'm glad to see that our efforts weren't in vain. Indeed, it did. The tidal basin is full of fresh, clean water now. We've been working to see that it's distributed to as many people as possible across the Wasteland. In fact, I'm hopeful that soon we won't be referring to the Wasteland any longer. None of this would have been possible without the efforts of both you and your father. I doubt we shall ever be able to truly repay you. Yes, we most certainly did. After securing the purifier, our forces were sent to deal with the Enclave in full. The Pride and Liberty Prime made short work of their base of operations and have since been cleaning up pockets of resistance. Just about 2 weeks. Don't worry, we've been taking good care of you. Well, that's really up to you, isn't it? The Brotherhood has a clear plan of action. The remnants of the Enclave must be swept away. The Pride has been working to this end ever since we took the purifier back. The only remaining question is whether we can count on you to help us. That's a shame. We could use your assistance. And since you have done so much to aid our cause and proven yourself more than capable, you have been named a Knight of the Brotherhood of Steel. Should you change your mind, Scribe Rothschild can brief you on what's been going on these last few weeks.
Need something, friend?
You honor us with your... Can I talk to you for a moment? You honor us with
What's
your
on your
presence
mind?
here. What do you think our chances of success are?
We have a chance. If not, then we have to find another way to counter their vertibirds.
Well, that's not going to help me sleep any better tonight.
Keep your equipment in good condition.
Need something, friend?
I'll train these marshmallows if it kills me.
Well, it's good to see that you're on your feet again. I assume Lyons is immediately throwing you to the wolves? Has he told you what's been going on while you've been resting? Yes, I believe I can. Step over here for a moment, will you? I'll give you a brief history of what's happened over the last few weeks and what's going on now. As you well know, this all began with the Enclave's occupation of Project Purity here. After their defeat at the Purifier, Liberty Prime was deployed to their main headquarters here. It has been completely destroyed. Based on a combination of intelligence and field reports, other Enclave locations throughout the Wasteland were found. Cut off from their leadership, it was expected that their forces would be in complete disarray. This has not been the case. Based on data and tech gathered from these locations, we've determined that the Enclave forces are still maintaining remote communications. We isolated the transmissions and found their origin point, an old military installation in Rockland, to the southwest. Our advanced scouts have checked over the area, but no easy access to the facility was found. So we're making our own access point. Paladin Tristan is leading the team setting up forward base in an old car tunnel near the site. Once he's settled, Liberty Prime will be deployed. Prime's directive is to neutralize their defenses and create an entry point for the team. The team will move in, eliminate any opposition inside, and cut off their transmitter. Any relevant data should be brought back here. Now, did you have any other questions? If there's anything else you'd like to know, I'll tell you what I can. I'll alert him.
And so... Yes? What is it? Could I? Yes. Will I? No. Go see Peabody or Bowditch. And so...
Hail. What do you need? I suppose that I can. Farewell.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Hey, you're awake. All right. Paladin Tristan is just inside. He's waiting for you.
Well, well, look who's back amongst the living. Didn't expect to see you. After dragging your ass back to the Citadel, I thought you might be comatose forever. Kinda surprising that you managed to survive, but with all her training, Sarah didn't. Is that so? Well, it'll be good to have another soldier we can count on. Basic rule of thumb on these operations. Keep your head down and let the robot do most of the heavy lifting. He can take it better than you can. I need you to keep your head on straight. No heroics, okay? Liberty Prime was called in to assist with the initial assault. Once we've cleared ourselves a nice staging area, we'll reassess the situation. Come on, things should be underway by now. It's been pretty standard for the last week or so.
We've got this
We get
area.
intel on
We've got
positions,
this
go in
area
and burn
locked
them out.
down.
Why don't you look where you're going?
The tin can does most of the work, honestly. I can't complain. Keeps our casualties down. Scribes pulled information about this place day before yesterday. Some communications facility. We're thinking...
Reveal yourself. You're exhausting my patience.
Tactical assessment. Red Chinese victory. They're impossible.
Engage. Sound the alarm.
Communism is a temporary setback on the road to freedom.
Targets engaged.
Freedom is the sovereign right of every American. Communist threat assessment. Minimal. Scanning defenses. Structural weakness detected. Exploiting. Democracy will never be defeated.
Drop him.
Satellite up. Analysis of communist transmission pending.
Targeting. I'm hit.
Warning. Warning.
Victory.
Red chart. Orbital strike. All personnel should reach minimum safe distance immediately.
This is foolish. Reveal yourself.
Over there! Get him!
Concentrating fire.
Communist engage. Anchorage will be liberated.
Have courage, my brothers.
Alaska's liberation is imminent.
Firing. Brothers, stand as one.
Alaska's liberation is imminent. Communist threat assessment. Minimal. Scanning defenses. Structural weakness detected. Exploiting. German chain will fail. China will fall.
What the hell? Okay, let's keep this tin can rolling. Fire support, people. Stay on it.
Satellite uplink detected. Mission pending. Warning. Red Chinese orbital strike imminent. All personnel should reach minimum safe distance immediately. Catastrophic system failure.
We need to find out what the hell just happened. There's no time to talk. Get your ass inside that base and help the troops locate the source of their transmission. Now, soldier, now! I don't know. Terminals, data, anything that can help us figure out what just happened and where it came from.
Initiating core shutdown as per emergency initiative 2682209. I die so that democracy may live.
What's up?
Commence fall to communist invasion. Communist threat assessment. Minimal. Scanning defenses. Structural weakness detected. Exploiting. Satellite uplink detected. Analysis of communist transmission pending. Warning. Warning. Red Chinese orbital strike imminent. All personnel should reach minimum safe distance immediately. Catastrophic system failure. Initiating.
We need to find out what the hell just happened. There's no... I don't know. Terminals, data, anything that can help us figure out what just happened, and where it came...
Or shut down. As per emergency initiative 2682209.
Hey.
I
Good to see you.
die so that democracy.
My son. More for the Brotherhood. Hostile detected. Commencing attack. Where? I got... Where? Drop them. The Wasteland will forget you ever existed. All clear. Stand down.
Security breach!
Hostile detected. Commencing attack.
Eyes on people.
Where?
For the president!
Engage. Where? Got him in my sight. All clear. Stand down. Targets acquired. Eyes on, people. Need some help here. Targets engaged. Hey, be more careful. Engaging targets. Give me some help with this one. Have courage, my brothers. Ready fire. Target locked. I got plenty more. Come on. All clear. Stand down.
Tango spotted.
Brotherhood.
Positive ID on target.
Target acquired. Cut it out, will you?
Engaging hostile.
Engage for backup requested. Drop them. What do you think you're doing? We all clear. What's the big idea?
Enemy
Target firing. Target acquired. Taking fire. Firing. One more for the Brotherhood.
target locked. Go.
You're facing superior weapons. There's another one. Targets acquired. Micah. Eyes on, people. Why don't you look where you're going? This is foolish. Where? Engage! This is a coward's game. Contact confirmed. Backup requested. Victory. Where? I'm gonna burn every one of those devil... headed bastards to the ground for what they did to Liberty Prime. Welcome.
I can't believe it. All those years of work, all of it. For what? One botched operation? I'm still waiting on the debriefing from Tristan, but I'm not sure it even matters. With Prime gone... Perhaps not. But that doesn't change the fact that it sets us back years. Years! And it removes the one significant military advantage we had over the Enclave. Ah, yes. Well, I'll see if we can't figure out how to read it. Perhaps it can give us some insight as to just what happened out there. It would be good to salvage something from this mess. Thank you for bringing this to me. I believe Elder Lyons will want to speak with you as well. Perhaps you should find him. If you'll excuse me.
Need something, friend?
Welcome.
I trust you've spoken with Rothschild. I hope he can make some headway with the data you've recovered. With our primary weapon destroyed, we risk losing our momentum and jeopardizing the entire campaign. I must admit, I now wonder whether moving ahead with this operation was an error in judgment. And yet, here we are. I've lost my daughter, and the Brotherhood has lost its best field commander. Our very existence is jeopardized if we cannot defeat the Enclave. And with the loss of Liberty Prime, defeating them may have become impossible. Very true. And to that end, I'd like you to speak with Paladin Tristan. He's requested you for a special assignment, one that could prove vital to our success. The Brotherhood... So be it. Steve...
You honor us with your presence here.
The Brotherhood is at your service.
Hail. Need something, friend?
Hail.
Nice work back there. Let's hope the scribes can do something useful with the information you retrieved. Unfortunately, we don't have time to sit around and wait for the analysis. Based on what I've seen of you so far, there's an assignment I believe you're well suited for. With the setbacks the Brotherhood has suffered, we find ourselves in a difficult position. All our available resources need to be positioned for the inevitable counterattack from the Enclave. At the same time, we believe we may have developed a tool to help our chances of victory. But with everyone needed to help defend against the Enclave, we have no one to send on a recovery mission. So, I'm going to have you travel to the Olney Power Works to secure some tech for us. Hopefully you'll be able to find a Tesla coil, an experimental device from before the war. Our scribes needed to complete a little surprise they've been preparing for the Enclave. Get there, get the coil, and get back as safely and quickly as possible. Any questions? Check with Scribe Valancourt. She's been researching some of the Enclave technology we've recovered. From what I understand, she may have come up with something. I'll be waiting for that Tesla coil, if you can find one.
Hail.